Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
That's right, everybody. As you can see from the opening, we're going to be building RoboCop. We've got the know-how, we've got the ability, and more importantly, we've got box one of the Fanhome's Build Your Own RoboCop. So let's go ahead and get up top and get this thing open. All right, guys, this box is gigantic. Holy cow. This might be the biggest box I've gotten from Fanhome ever. Look at this thing. Look at my hand on it. I got a large hand. It's a big box. Here we go.
I'd buy that for $1.
All right, guys, let's get the paper out. And it looks like we got stages 1 and 2. It looks like we're going to be putting together his head. This box is just too big. I can't even get past it. Holy cow. And the first 2 magazines. Let's get rid of this big old box. All right, what do we have? A poster here? So you can get him on a stand. I didn't get the stand. I don't think I did. Holy cow. He's gonna be big, guys. Let me switch back over. There we are. Look at that. Dead or alive, you're coming with me. Gonna be big. That's really cool. All right, you get the, as always, you get that original getting started letter. Guys, I love RoboCop. One of my favorite 80s movies. All right, let me move these out of the way. We're gonna get start on stage 1. There we go. Go through the magazine a little bit here. Here's all the parts. And when we get done with this, we're gonna be just like that. And then we get a little bit about robots here. Look how cool the arm looks. All right, guys, no more waiting. Let's get going. All right, guys, when I opened that up, the pieces flew everywhere, so I had to find all the pieces. Holy cow. Anyways, let's go ahead and get going here.
Come quietly or there will be trouble.
All right, just like most of the builds, you get a free little screwdriver. All right, we're going to be starting with 1E, 1D, 1L, 1F, and this is 1G. And then we have 4 AP screws right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the magnet, IL, or 1L is a magnet. We're going to take that and we're going to slide it right in to the top of the head just like that. And these parts are all black, so it's probably not going to be the easiest thing to see. Now we have 1F. This is the internal plate. And that's going to go in to the little slots below the magnet with the little dome facing up, just like that. And then we have the collar. This is 1G, and it's going to go in with the long end facing backwards. And it's going to sit on this ridge. It's got a little groove all the way around it, as you can see right here, and it's going to fit on this ridge. The groove is going to fit into that ridge just like that. Now we're going to take the other half and we're going to put it on top and sandwich that together. Probably going to have to work it a little bit to get it just right. There we go. And then we're going to screw that together with the 4 AP screws. There's 1. There's a nice and snug in there. There's 2. You don't want to strip them out though, it is just plastic. 3. Been storming a lot today. And there's 4, and that's nice and tight together, and it's going to look just like that. All right, let's move on to part 2. All right, in part 2 we have 1A, which is this big metal head here, cranium. Probably buffed up, but it looks a little scuffed from packaging, as you can see here. Not too happy about that. But, you know, it's RoboCop. He's going to have some marks on him, but I don't know. We'll see how that cleans up. And then we got 1C, two 1Cs. They're the little earpieces. And we're going to take those. They're kind of keyed there with the way they're shaped. They only go in one direction. And we're going to screw those on with 2 QP screws. See if we can get them in there. Gonna be the tough part. All right, we got one of them. Let's get the second one in. There we go. And it's gonna look like that. Okay, now this is the magnet holder, and it's gonna go inside the helmet. It's got an arrow on it, you can see there, and that arrow is gonna face the same direction as this large arrow inside. So you want to just set it in there facing the same way over the 2 pegs like that. And then we want to hold that in place with 2 EM screws. Those are going into metal. I'm going to put a little bloop of oil on those pegs in there. There's a little bloop on there. There's one. And there's the other one. Just a tiny little bloop on there, guys. Just help these go in better. And again, make sure those arrows are oriented the right direction. And let's screw these down. Going in pretty easy. Like that. Let's get the other one in. Go nice and snug, and it's going to look just like that. That's going to hold the magnet. Okay, now we have the magnet. This is 1H, and we're going to place that inside here. The magnet has a, it's got a dip, like a little bowl on one side. You want that facing out so that the screw will sit down in it. So we're going to sit that on here like that. And then we're going to screw that down with 1 AP screw. Oh man, that is easier said than done, isn't it, peoples? All right, we're going to put the screw in first, I think. See how that works. And then try sitting it in. Now everything's magnetized here. Okay, I think I got it. There we go. Get that screwed in there, nice and snug. All right, screw this in there pretty good. There we go, just like that. Now we have the visor here, and that's going to slot into these slots right here and here on either side of the face. And you can just look at the shape of the visor and see which way it goes in there. We're going to slot that in. You want to try to get it in there evenly. You want it to sit on these pieces here and here. There's little ledges there for it to sit on. That's in there good. Now we're just going to put the helmet on top of the head. And it should magnetize on just like that right there. There we go, guys. This magnetizes right on. Oh, see, my screw came out. This little screw just kind of spun in there, never really tightened down. So yeah, I'm going to use a little glue. And hopefully I don't make a big mess trying to do this. We're going to glue this piece in. Yeah, this might get messy. I think the glue is going to help for sure.
They'll fix you.
I might even put a little dab.
They fix everything.
On the screw. A little bit on the threads. And screw that down again. All right. Let that glue set up, and that should stay in there. The screw is pretty small, and the magnet is strong, and it stripped it right out of there. It didn't feel real tight when I put it in, so yeah, it just stripped it right out of there. Wipe off any excess here. I don't want to glue them together. So we're going to let that sit and dry for a minute. But anyways, guys, that is the end of stage 1.
Come quietly or there will be trouble.
Okay, now we're going to move on to stage 2. And here's the magazine. And it looks like we're going to be working on part of his foot in this one. Yeah, it looks like we're building one of his feet, his right foot. It'll look just like that. And then we got some more here, ancient automata. Can't speak today. Artificial meat. All right. All right, on this part 1, we have the 2A, 2H, and 2G. Now this is metal, and this is metal, solid metal, and this piece here, I thought it was plastic, but this, yeah, it's also metal. So we're going to take 2H, and we're going to push it into 2G right into the hole here. I don't think it matters which side. It looks like they're the same on each side. And we're going to secure that on with a AM screw. Yeah, we're definitely going to put a little oil on that. Put it right on the top there. You can dip the screw in oil too if you'd rather do it that way. Or don't use oil at all. It's your choice. This is not going to be easy. You got nothing to hold on to screw this in. And just grip it the best you can. There we go. It's on there good. And that's going to go right in the 2A right here. And it's going to get 2 more AM screws. And once again, I'm going to put a little oil on these. Put a little drop on each side. One there, one there. And this is a pivoting piece, I believe. So it wouldn't hurt to have a little oil on there anyways, guys. So get one in. Or at least get it started. And then we'll get the other side started. Those are going in nice and smooth and easy. That's what we want. All right, it's going to look like that. All right, let's move on to stage 2. All right, guys, we got 2I, 2L, the small dome, 2K, the larger dome, and 2J, this piece here. And these are going to go in this way around. I believe it's just going to slide right through there. Yes. All right, now the way this works is we're going to put the 2L and the 2K, and then those are both going inside the 2J, like that. And then these 4 are going to go over these 4 pegs here, these 4 parts here, and this is going through. A little tricky, but you want it to go on those 4 pegs just like that. And then we're going to screw that down with 4 CM screws. We'll see how they go in without the oil. This is a good time for just dipping it. There we go. And we're going to snug these down. Get one in, it'll kind of hold it. And the 4th one. There you go, guys. And that's going to be tight. Just as I'm sure it should be. Gonna look like that on the top, and just like that inside. All right, now we're done with part 2 there. And it does say to make sure you tighten this nice and tight because this is a weight-bearing joint, and I've got it nice and snug. Okay, now we've got 2C that we're going to be putting onto our finished product that we've already done, and that's going to slide right over. That's going to go. This is going to go right over this peg here. I'm going to screw that in with a CM screw. All right, I'm going to put a drop of oil on that one. A little bloop. Here it is. Put that back over it. And get that screwed on nice and snug. And that's going to look like that. I know it looks a little weird right now. All right, now we got 2B and 2F. And 2F is the spring here. Okay, we're going to need 2 CM screws, and the way this works is we have the toes here, and it's going to sit right into this, just like that. And then there's going to be the spring, and this spring is going to go on these 2 middle pegs, this one and this one, and it's going to go with the loop in towards the back of the foot and the hook in towards the front of the foot. And we're going to run a screw through those into there. 2 CM screws, and I'm going to put a little oil. A little bloop bloop. There we go. There we go. Now let me get a screw on here. So I'm going to get a screw on and just go ahead and get it through here. And I'm going to put it on this part first. It's going to be easier than trying to hold everything together. And we're going to screw that down. At least most of the way. And there we are. Pretty good. And then again, that's going to go in just like that. Easier said than done on this one, that's for sure. There we go. I got it. It's gonna allow that to move a little, like, and spring back. There we go. All right, that's gonna look just like that. And it's gonna allow these toes to move. Okay, now we have 2E, 2D, and 7 of the CM screws, and we're going to be attaching these onto the bottom of the foot. We got a lot of metal going in here, so I'm going to put a little bloop oil on all these connections here. So we got 7 of them. 7. And I'm going to put the back foot in first. Get it slid in like that. Go ahead and start putting some screws in. We got 7 of them, so this is going to take a minute. There's those 5, and now we got the toe section. 2 more to go here. All right, guys, and there we have the right foot. That is the end of stage 2, and we got the right foot, so you can see how the toes now will bend with the spring. Like that. Pretty cool. I'm not sure what I think of that design. If I'd rather have it with some kind of socket in there so that it could be posed and stay that way, because with the spring, I don't think that's gonna last. Not big fan of the spring in here. I'm not sure what they were going with that. Maybe down the road it'll make more sense, but so far though, all of this is metal. There's this part, some of this is plastic, but all of this foot is all metal. So that's good. And this is that tendon on the back of his leg there. Yeah, and this is kind of loose right now. I could tighten that down some more, but we'll leave it for now. So let's go ahead and put that head on. I'm sure that glue is nice and dry now. And there it is. Head comes on and off just like that. Awesome. So there's his head. Of course, we still got the face part to go on. Got all the detail around the head there. And it'll have his face on here. That's going to look really cool. And I like this magnetic way of putting it on so you can take his helmet off. So there we go, guys. The foot and the head. All right, like I said, that will do it for the first 2 issues of RoboCop. So let's go ahead and get back to the main camera.
Dead or alive, you are coming with me.
There we go, guys. We have the first 2 issues of RoboCop done. We got his head with the helmet on. Doesn't have his flesh on there yet. His face is not on. Again, that just comes off. It's magnetic. Pretty cool. Again, like I said, I would glue this in with some super glue as well as the screw, because that's a very strong magnet and it's a small screw and it just pulled right out of there. So a little glue on that for sure will help hold that in there. And then there we go. Just like that. And then that foot looking real cool. There's his right foot. That's awesome. Again, the toes bend because of the spring in there. Not sure how I feel about that. I think maybe some kind of a socket or something in there would be better so that it would stay, because it springs back and that spring will probably wear out if you keep messing with it too long. But yeah, there it is. Again, if you guys are interested in building RoboCop along with me, I will leave a link in the description down below. And hey, thanks for watching. If you like these kind of videos, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. I'm Chewysolo, and this is Black and Red. See ya.
I'd buy that for $1.